Whistle when I was young, kind of annoyed my family and friends a little bit, and then I used to just whistle. I was in a band and I used to whistle with the band, and that was kind of a funny novelty, and then I just kind of stopped doing it because everyone, you know, focused on that rather than, you know, my true self as a musician. Then I entered this competition in Australia, which was just something that GIO was doing because they had an advert with whistling in it, and I won it because no one else whistled. They were all just, you know, people off the street who thought they could whistle fairly well. So I won this TV, big screen TV, which was quite fun. And then I went on the internet to see if I could, you know, win anything else. And this place came up, and it's really the main whistling competition in the world. It's the Franklin County Arts Society or something, and it's the 36th annual whistling, you know, competition. I work in New York, so and I want to get, actually, to be honest, I want to get more into music. I think if I, you know, win and start doing stuff a little bit more, I might use it as an excuse to do, you know, work with some, you know, musos, because that was kind of fun when I did that in Australia. Rubbish.
Go on then.
There was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor third, and the major lift. The baffled king composing hallelujah, hallelujah.
Well, we always sing. I mean, she's my cousin, so we always sing as a family. She's got a really fantastic voice, and so I just wanted to do a kind of duet with her. I keep on trying to get her to do more sort of singing, because her voice is really deep and it's really good. here, like you can see, all the guys are really, really good. Like it's not like everyone just got up on stage. It was, you know, all the best guys. There's dudes from Norway here, some guy from Australia. And so, you know, whereas on the other one I knew I'd just walk up and win it. You know, I'd be lucky if I won this one, but I still think I will.
Our next whistler is Luke Janssen. He's here from, well, he lives in New York now. Lives in New York, but he's from London. We've played the English anthem, so we will not play that for Luke. And for his classical piece, Sicilienne by Gabriel Fauré.
I'm actually quite nervous when I go up on stage, which is stupid because I was never nervous when I used to sing in a band. But it's gone pretty well. The classical music is the main thing that they like, and all the judges are classical. I don't whistle with Mike. I can't whistle like that.
So how you do it? What do you do?
With my tongue. I don't know, you know, it's like the normal way of whistling is when you put your lips together and blow, which I can't actually do. I breathe in, like, but if I breathe out it doesn't work. And so I've always just whistled that way, and then it was kind of unusual and people said, wow, that's kind of unusual. And all the guys here I think whistle in the traditional way, and so I'm a little bit kind of different, and which is good and bad. I think the whistling purists will say it's not, the traditional style, and I think the competition was in Japan last year and they didn't let people do that kind of whistling with their mouth. So it's sort of, because you don't make a sound with your lips, you make it with the roof of your mouth. So you can use the rest of your mouth to manipulate the sound, and you can sort of then do kind of cool stuff like, and it's without being able to use your lips, you can't really do those things. So it's good.
And who's your biggest competition apart from Luke?
I guess Luke. Did you already perform?
There's this guy Geert Chatrou. He's probably considered the best in the world at the moment. He's won 3 or 4 times, and whenever he goes anywhere, he wins. And you can tell he's just really good. He makes his living from whistling, and he whistles with a Dutch Philharmonic Orchestra. He's Dutch. Yeah, he's the guy to beat.
Do you make money from the whistling? Is that like
I only live in whistling.
that's your job?
No way.
Wow.
It's unbelievable.
But yeah, you can just. I mean, he kind of sets the benchmark. I hope I do beat him. Otherwise, it's he just wins every time. So it'd be good.
Well, I won in 2004 and 2005, and then you have to skip 1 year because you can't.
You can't monopolize the
Yeah, you can't come up again after you went twice, and then I skipped 2007, 2006. There wasn't a convention, and last year I went to Japan, but because it was in Japan, I wanted to see Japan.
Yeah.
And I'm lucky enough to have a record company, and they paid my travel expenses.
Half the people who hear the whistling either go nuts and think it's really awesome, and some people just don't give a shit. And I think in the world it's kind of generally looked upon as sort of a funny, laughing clown, dude, thing, and it's a bit sort of dorky and weird. So it's a bit tongue-in-cheek everywhere else, but here they really care about it. Like there's some old guys who really want to advance whistling as a thing in the world, and it's cool. Like the dedication to it is really good.
I've never done this in front of people before.
Really? Just your
Yeah.
mirror?
In the shower.
In the shower.
I'm pretty good at this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
What a win.
A friend or two said, yeah, you should do something with that.
What did
What
you
am I
do? Just
gonna do with
Google it.
this? So I googled it.
Did
Yeah.
you?
Here I am. I'm a professional circus performer though, so I
Are
like
you?
being on stage.
What can you do? What can you do?
Nothing in a suit.
What?
So just by myself. I like weird experiences like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's
I'm
very
gonna
weird.
get a great story.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a
Yeah, but
great
it's funny when you
story.
tell people, what are you doing this weekend? I'm going to
Going
it's
to
a
a
whistling competition in
whistling
North
competition.
Carolina.
I do plenty of other cool stuff, so I figure I can have one just complete dork out weekend. Just my Star Trek convention weekend, as it were. You know? And just
Well, we were going to go for some beers afterwards, so I was going to see if you wanted to pop over.
So you should come with us. Okay.
So here is the list of the finalists, not in any order of who was better than the other, but here are the finalists for tomorrow. Asim Gorashi. Luke Janssen.
I think the reason why I'm so good is because there's the quirky style which I'm good at. I've heard some other people who are doing it, but I'm also because my mum was a musician, we had music all our life. You can get the notes right, you can get the pitch right. I mean, some people have good technique but don't have the musical sort of background to get the pitch and the timing right, and some people do have that but don't have the whistling technique. So I think I'm lucky to have to have both, and maybe that's gonna win it for me.
This is fucking fabulous. I mean, when he put that hat on and he did that whole little number, I just saw him in, I thought he lived in the UK, and I saw him in this big, huge auditorium with 20,000 people, wowing them to bits.
Pop's gone a lot better for me because I did some blues which everyone really liked, and which I'm good at. I've just got the classical left, so after that then they'll decide who wins. And I think if I do it well, I should have a pretty good chance. But if I don't do it that well, then I guess we'll see. What do you think of my chances?
I have no idea, but I'll tell you, as I told you, that's the most accurate musical version of your style I've ever seen.
What you're doing is just, I love the fact that you're bringing your style to the event.
Cool.
It's so neat. I wish I could figure out how to do that.
international grand champion Tormod Rogne. Second place international grand champion in the men's division, Kurt Chatrou. First place international grand champion, Luke
Let me get your autograph, dude. Thanks, man. Headliner in the lips. Attaboy. I knew you were there.
So that was good. Said I was going to win and I won. I thought it was good. I thought it was kind of close. I was worried that for a second there, I thought I might not have won. But then, I did. Thanks for coming, guys.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for winning.
Woo! Yeah.